we'll see what happens here. We do still have a taunt. We should have a taunt somewhere. She didn't use her ultimate, I believe. So there she goes. She's dead. William's dead. We did it on auto. All 100 floors on auto. And of course, Zatlux cleared like 80 by himself. Hello everybody, my name is BearCozy and today we're going to do all of the things. So if it's your first time here, I strive to make not only entertaining but also educational videos, and I like to make account progress videos, and we like to pull shards. So the first thing right now is we got our free daily summon. We're going to go ahead and do that. Then we're going to jump into, I want to take a look at the limited summons because I believe the time has come. And what is this? Raven? We don't want Raven. So let's jump into the limited summons, and yes, I just made a video on the upcoming limited summons, and here they are. Right now, what's available is Blackhorn, Yolanda, and Hector. Hector's okay, but Blackhorn and Yolanda are absolutely amazing. So what I want to do today is I want to finish off the Void Tower, of course, the regular Void Tower. Then we're going to start on Hard Void Tower, and then I want to go through and I want to claim all these goodies. Arena season just reset. We got 4 4-star pumpkins, which is nice. I haven't really been doing much. I finished in Plat 4. I maybe played 15 arena games or something like that. I haven't been playing much at all. So I want to take these rewards and we're going to move on. That's kind of cool. The rewards are nice. The shards are starting to come along slowly. I got 46, and then once we start closing in on 60 or 70, maybe we'll pull. Once Goobeg goes away, I really don't want him. So here's what we're going to do. Here's the plan for today. Let's go ahead and run our regular Void Tower. As you can see, I stopped regular Void Tower on floor 80. I still have all of my rewards to claim, which I love doing on camera because there's a lot of stuff here. And I'm really looking forward to not only the shards, but also the Stardust over here because hopefully we can get a Blackhorn. And then I'm looking forward to getting this Ancient Summoning Crystal. That's going to be 5, and that's probably going to make its own video. We're going to pull a bunch of stuff. That's going to be awesome. So here's what we're going to do. Let's go ahead and jump into this. Here is the team. The team is the same as always, pretty much always. Brand and Nathalia work really, really well together. Brand goes first. Nathalia goes next. I think Lunar Mel is in here for the taunt. I think she goes right after Brand or right before Brand. And then Zatlux is the last one to clean things up. Now, Nathalia is here to do our main damage dealing, right? She's our main damage dealer. Zatlux is here as the cleanup champ. And Lunar Mel is here for the last couple of floors, last 2 or 3 floors, just to taunt those pesky Nathalia waves and to lock her abilities out so she doesn't res. So here is the team. We got Brand, we got Lunar Mel, we got Nathalia over here, and then we got Zatlux. I almost said Nathalia. I was leveling Nathalia recently, so I almost said Nathalia, but her name is Nathalia. She is my main damage dealer. And of course, Zatlux is a really good free-to-play option. He's amazing, especially once he gets his second ascension. He is just fantastic for cleaning everybody up. He does struggle on fire. Fire gets resisted a lot from Zatlux. Not all the time. It does happen a lot. He is weak to fire, but he is very, very strong against water, so he's good there. And as long as the enemies are not fire, he can pretty much clean them all up. So there is the first floor. We are going through right to floor 100. This video will most likely be a little bit longer, but I wanted to sit down, have a good time, chat, watch them run on multi. I am on floor 83 right now, if you cannot see it behind me. And they're running on auto. They're running on auto. And this is actually really, really neat. Now, these floors are fairly easy. I find that they have an easy time, or they have an easy time plowing through, I guess I should say, all the way up until about floor 90, 95. And then usually about 97 or so, I start to manual 98, 99, 100. I manual the first 2 waves, and then I go for the boss. I save all of my heroes' ultimate abilities for the boss waves, and that works out really, really well. And as I've mentioned, Lunar Mel is here to lock out all of their ultimate abilities on the enemy team. Specifically, Nathalia, so she cannot res, which is awesome. I really like her. The more I use her, the more I like her. Now on auto, she doesn't, she's not great, right? The AI is not great on auto, but it does work fine. We're going to kill him. There we go. Zatlux did really, really well. Even though the enemy Azrina deflected all of his attacks, he still ended up killing her, which was nice, and that gave him the refresh to continue, and he cleaned up the whole crew, which was excellent. Zatlux is actually one of my favorite heroes in the game. He's awesome. Now, he's not a huge damage dealer per se by himself, even though he can be. he is primarily what he shines at, what he's great at is he's a cleanup champ, right? So he can, if you have enough crit damage on him, he can solo waves and he can just continue killing. But what he really is made to do is come in and clean everybody up. So you have your main damage dealer, whoever that is, go first, and then come in with Zatlux and finish everybody off. And then to make sure, if you're running a squishy team, right, to make sure that everybody stays alive, Lunar Mel is just going to taunt everybody, and she's gonna do her thing. She's going to absorb all of the damage, right? And she AoE taunts everybody, provided you have enough focus. And then, of course, what's nice about that is her AoE taunt has a chance, I forget if it's 60% chance, ascended, to taunt everybody for a second turn, which is really, really nice. That gives you 2 turns, and then she's got a stun, of course. Whoever doesn't get taunted, you can stun, and that gives you 2 turns for your damage dealers to do whatever they need to do, to have a good time, to keep them alive. And then we also have Brand here for the buffs. Now, if I wasn't running Nathalia, I would probably not bring Brand in here. I probably could at this point just bring 4 damage dealers in here with no buffs. However, this team is working out really well. It's a very well-rounded team. We got shields, we got buffs, we got our main damage dealer, we got a cleanup champ, and then of course we got our AoE. So that's working out really well. Our AoE taunt, I should say. And Lunar Mel is actually in a rejuvenation set. She's in a revival set, and that works out really, really well since she absorbs all of the damage, right? After she taunts, she absorbs a bunch of damage, and then the revival set just helps to keep her full. And then, of course, Brand shields work really, really well as well. Actually, speaking of Brand shields, one thing I forgot to do, since Arena just reset, I really meant to talk to the banker and buy my other legendary Arcana. I always call it a legendary. It's a hierarchy soul Arcana. I always call it legendary Arcana because it's used to ascend legendary heroes. And I meant to do that. So since Arena just reset, I'm going to do that probably most likely after we finish clearing the Void Tower, regular Void Tower here, and that's going to be really cool. And then I already have 1 Awakened Soul Arcana, or excuse me, I already have 1 Legendary Soul Arcana, and I have 2 Awakened Soul Arcanas I just bought. I just used 4, and I just bought 2 more, which is awesome. But I have 1 already Legendary Soul Arcana been sitting there waiting for me, and I'm about to buy my second one, and I'm really thinking to use it on Brand to get his trait activated so his shields are much, much bigger. And that'll give me a lot more survivability in Hard Void Tower, of course. This one as well, but this one we don't really need it. The heroes survive pretty good on their own. But in Hard Void Tower, we are going to need to bring Brand, and we're going to need as big shields as we can get for that survivability. And Hard Void Tower is primarily all about control, all about that auto control, right? The AoE control, the taunt, the stuns, and slow and steady. Very, very rarely can you just blast your way through Hard Void Tower. And when we get there, we're going to go through that. I have made, in the past couple of videos, I've actually made a couple of floor guides, just very early, very beginning. If you're starting on floor 10, floor 20, floor 30, I've made a couple of guides. I believe floor 30 is yet to come. It's going to be coming up very soon. I am going to be making a guide on how to clear floor 30. Dark Nicholas is a little bit of a pain, but with the team, I'll go over all of my team. When we get there, I'll go over all of their stats, all their skills, and just exactly how I cleared Dark Nicholas on floor 30. And then we'll go from there. If we get to 40, we'll do a guide on 40. I don't think I'm going to climb much past 50. It does get a lot harder. Although, last time I was up that high, my gear on my heroes was a lot worse. And right now my heroes are pushing a lot of crit damage, 290 crit damage on my damage dealing heroes. And my Lunar Mel is in a revival set. Brand is in a revival set. And they actually, that's not good. This is on auto, so we'll see how it goes. Lunar Mel is going to skip her turn there, but we should have no problem. Everybody died. So, as I mentioned, my damage dealers are pushing 290% crit damage, and that's a lot, right? That is quite a bit of lot. I'm going to try to get them over 300. However, I'm still working on gear, so I went from 180 crit damage to 200 to 235 to 265, and now I'm pushing about 289, 290 is right where I'm at. And that's kind of cool. So over time, I think as I get better gear, as I get better rewards, I am going to try to push over 300. And that was a very big challenge because to push that high, to push over 220, 230, you actually need to start using the crit damage rings. And And then, of course, you need a lot more crit rate because you're now no longer using a crit rate ring. So here we are on floor 92. Let's skip ahead to floor 95 and we'll go from there. We skipped from floor 92 to floor 95 and we are on floor 95 right now. It's going really, really well. It's still on auto, it's still on multi-battle, and the team is doing okay. The AI is not too bright as far as the stuns and things like that. Sometimes they double up on the stuns and the taunts, but that is okay. They're still doing really, really well, and typically once you clear it once you clear normal Void Tower once, the next time you can auto all the way through floor 100 if you have a good enough team. Hey, you're still watching the video. That means you're enjoying the content. And if you're enjoying the content, that means somebody else will also. Click the subscribe button below and help this video reach more people so they can enjoy it as well. So you can set it, kind of forget it, and go get some coffee, go get something to eat, make yourself a sandwich, come back in a half an hour, and it should be done. And this is kind of cool. I'm really looking forward to finishing floors 97, 98, and 99. And then we'll go into 100. Clear Void Tower, and then we're going to claim all of our rewards. That's going to be exciting, and we are claiming all of our rewards because we're looking at the Stardust. Of course, we want the summoning shards as well, but I am really, really looking forward to Stardust because I hope that I can pull some of the limited summon Legos, and those Legos being Blackhorn, Yolanda, and Hector. Hector I can take or leave. I do have a Hector from the Battle Pass not too long ago, from the Magic Pass. However, Blackhorn and Yolanda are on my top tier list. Those are my two most wanted heroes right now. And I will be super, super happy with Blackhorn. Yolanda, of course, is amazing. All in the later stage dungeons and hell dungeons. She is absolutely amazing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let them play out. Let them do their thing. This is floor 97. Hopefully we kill Valeria in the back and she goes down, which is awesome. Zatlux is an absolute beast. He just cleans everybody up. Going in to floor 98, we got a couple floors left. We're doing this on auto. And floor 100, we are most definitely going to have to manual. That one's a little tricky. I've actually made a couple of different guides on floor 100. How to manual that. CC makes it a little bit tricky. You have to get that buff off of her in order to damage her. This one's not too bad. Zitlin and the unicorn girl in the back, of course, she's getting stunned, so she's going to miss her turn. But do we take a stun back? No, it actually gets resisted, which is nice. And let's see, the Zitlin die. Oh, man, very, very close. All of those deflects, most likely Zatlux is going to die here. But, yep, there he goes. I remember that from last time. He usually dies. Borden takes him out. Zitlin's still alive with, like, 2 HP. That's kind of crazy. But, there, down he goes. There he goes. Brand is going to try to land a taunt on Antanua. Does not get it. But Nathalia is actually really strong against fire, so Borden goes down, and Antanua goes down as well, even though, you know, there we go. So Antanua is fairly squishy. We are on floor 99. This is awesome to see them doing it all on auto. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it on auto. I typically take it off of auto and manual the last floor because the last floor tends to be a little tricky, as I mentioned, with Cece. She does have that buff that you have to hit her twice. Mathasia, let me try to click on Mathasia here so we can stun her. And of course, it doesn't land on her. But the idea here is to prevent her from rezzing the team. I don't know if Zatlux... Well, there we go. Spoke too soon. Yeah, Zatlux has a good amount of crit damage. He's pushing about 290, I believe. So, and him and Nathalia are right about the same. And Zatlux, of course, only needs 70% crit rate because his passive gives him 30. So he's actually, it's a little bit easier to gear him with a lot more crit damage than usual, right? Because you don't need that extra 30% crit rate. So this is floor 100. We are on auto. We're going to see how it goes. Hopefully they do it on auto. I don't know. I've never tried this on auto. Usually I manual because CC's a little tricky. Maybe we can click on her. Maybe we can get a couple of attacks in. But hopefully it'll be okay. Let's see if we can click on her. Get a couple of attacks in here. There we go. No, we missed that one. Let's see if the brand does nothing. This one's going to do nothing as well, of course, because she's immune. And then the next one's going to do nothing also. So that is feels bad, man. And this might be over as soon as Cece gets hooked up with Crazy Durzag over here. This might be over. So we'll see what happens here. We do still have a taunt. We should have a taunt somewhere. She didn't use her ultimate, I believe. So there she goes. She's dead. William's dead. We did it on auto. All 100 floors on auto. And of course, Zatlux cleared like 80 by himself. Something like that. I stopped somewhere. Here are all the spoils. And this is awesome. And now we can say that we've not only cleared it on auto, but we are ready for the Hard Void Tower as well. This was awesome. Let's go ahead and go back. This is Hard Void Tower. Let's go ahead and go back. I want to claim all the rewards because I don't want to forget them. All right, here we go. We just cleared Void Tower Common, which is the normal setting on floor 100. Did all 100 floors completely on auto. That was actually amazing. And look at all our spoils. So without further delay, I love doing this on camera because it's just a giant wall of rewards and it feels so good. And then when I check my reserves, especially my diamonds, I got a ton of them. Of course, we're getting the Stardust, right? I really, really want the Stardust. Stardust is going to help. And I think we're going to do that in the next video. This video is getting a little bit longer. But what I want to talk about here is I want to go ahead and look at all of our rewards right now. So from claiming that, we're up to 50 shards. And then we're up to 5 ancient summoning crystals, which is actually awesome. It's a guaranteed epic or a legendary, right? So the basic that it can be, the least it can be is an epic. So we'll either get 5 epics or I'm hoping we get 1 Lego out of that. And that's kind of cool. And of course, I got a ton of diamonds, right? The diamonds are coming up. I'm over 5K, which is absolutely awesome. And you've watched me do it. So next thing, what we're going to do is I'm going to continue working on Hard Void Tower. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to work on some of the spoils. We're going to catch up to where we left off on floor 30. We're going to do a Dark Nicholas guide on floor 30 as well. And then what we're going to do is we're going to do our limited summons very, very soon. I'm not going to do it in this video because this video is getting way too long. But I believe we'll do it in the next video. We're going to do our limited summons. I'm going to try to get a few more of these Stardust. And I think that's going to be a lot of fun. It's not a ton of shards, but hopefully we can get something very, very good. At the very least, I'm hoping for Zatlux. So I'm going to cut the video here. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. Thanks for watching the video. Hit that like and the subscribe down below. Also, leave me a nice comment. Please don't leave me a hateful comment. These videos take a lot of time and energy to not only make, but edit, and I try to have a good time as I make them. So if you're enjoying the videos, please consider supporting the channel. Hit that like and the subscribe. That will help me a ton. And if you feel like throwing me $2 to help me with Ace Resources, my PayPal link is down in the description. Throw me $2. That'll help me get some more pumpkins so I continue making videos. That's going to do it for now. I thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video.